Drug trafficking cartels have been deeply entrenched in Mexico for decades now, representing a major threat to the safety of its citizens and making much of the country virtually lawless. The level of violence has become so extreme that it can no longer be ignored by global governments or even citizens living outside Mexico who are aware of this tragic state of affairs. Today's video will examine the current state of narco cartels in Mexico, as well as their impact on the country. Hello, and welcome to the Prime Time TV channel. Before beginning our video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to receive more amazing content. Drug war. Police in Mexico have been fighting drug cartels in a dangerous manner for over a decade without much success. The conflict annually claims the lives of thousands of Mexicans, including politicians, students, and journalists. In this conflict, the United States and Mexico have collaborated closely. The United States has provided Mexico with billions of dollars to modernize its security forces, alter its legal system, and fund development projects that aim to prevent individuals from crossing Mexico's southern border. Washington has also attempted to stop the flow of illegal drugs into the United States by securing the border with Mexico and facilitating surveillance. What substances do cartels traffic? Mexican drug trafficking organizations are responsible for importing and selling cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, marijuana, and methamphetamine in the United States. You may already be aware that the majority of heroin and methamphetamine are produced by Mexican suppliers, whereas Mexican criminal organizations import the majority of cocaine from Colombia. Similar to China, Mexico is a significant source of fentanyl, a synthetic opioid that is up to 50 times more potent than heroin. Between 2019 and 2020, the Mexican government seized nearly 5 times as much fentanyl as in 2019. At the same time, cartels import massive quantities of marijuana into the United States, despite the fact that it is legal in some parts of the country. On the other hand, California's booming marijuana industry has led to the smuggling of marijuana grown in the United States into Mexico, where the drug remains illegal. Let's now examine the largest cartels in Mexico. Which are the most powerful cartels? Mexico's drug cartels are constantly in flux. They have grown, divided into smaller groups, formed new alliances, and fought for territory over the years. According to the US DEA, numerous cartels pose the greatest drug trafficking threat to the United States. Sinaloa Cartel is an excellent starting point. Sinaloa is one of the oldest and most powerful drug trafficking organizations in Mexico. Previously, it was led by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. It has strongholds in nearly half of Mexico's states, particularly along the Pacific coast in the northwest and along the southern and northern borders. In addition, it conducts business in 50 countries, more than any of its Mexican competitors. Guzman was extradited to the United States in 2017, where he is serving a life sentence for multiple drug charges. In 2021, President Joe Biden sanctioned 8 members of the group. Ismael Zambada Garcia and El Chapo's sons, known as Los Chapitos, now lead the organization. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel is a second major cartel in the country. Jalisco separated from Sinaloa in 2010 and is one of the most rapidly expanding cartels in Mexico. It operates in more than 2/3 of the United States. Officials in the United States claim that CJNG supplies more than 1/3 of the United States drug market. The Beltran-Leyva organization is the following entity. In 2008, the Beltran-Leyva brothers left Sinaloa and founded the group. Since then, all 4 brothers have been executed or imprisoned, but their supporters remain active throughout Mexico, maintaining ties to Jalisco, Juarez, and Los Zetas. The groups that broke away from the organization have become more autonomous and powerful. Los Zetas was originally a paramilitary branch of the Gulf Cartel. In 2007, the DEA described Los Zetas as the nation's most technologically advanced, sophisticated, and violent organization of its kind. In 2010, it severed ties with the Gulf Cartel and took control of large portions of eastern, central, and southern Mexico. In 2009, Guerreros Unidos, whose name translates to United Warriors, broke away from the BO and began selling heroin. The organization collaborates with the CJNG and utilizes the same transport networks to bring drugs into and out of the United States. Gulf Cartel controls northeast Mexico, particularly the states of Tamaulipas and Zacatecas. The cartel is believed to collaborate with CJNG members in these regions. In the past decade, the group has fragmented, rendering it weaker as it battles Los Zetas for control of territory. Among several other cartels is the Juarez Cartel. The group has a stronghold in the state of Chihuahua, which is located in the country's north-central region. La Familia Micocna follows. LFM was founded in the 1980s and is headquartered in the western Mexican state of Michoacán. The Los Rodos Cartel operates in central and southwestern Mexico and relies heavily on kidnapping and blackmail. Although the Mexican government has increased its efforts to crack down on drug trafficking in recent years, it is clear that the problem is far from solved. The violence and corruption associated with these cartels continue to have a devastating impact on the people of Mexico. It is essential that we find a way to put an end to this cycle of violence and help those who have been affected by it. What are your thoughts on the Mexican drug cartels? Please tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your time. We'll see you later.